I like and champion everyone, and then there's this little rare group of guys who are my absolute favorite, and here's one of them right now, D.J. Reader. So great to see you. I'm sorry, 10 seasons in the NFL? What goes through your head when I say that? That's insane.
It's been a long time, and I'm old now.
No. You're not old now. But what does that feel like when you think you just wrapped your 10th year playing consistently well, which is like the hardest thing to do in our game?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You know, I just really don't think about it until you start stacking up the years. You remember, like, dang, I was playing when this happened. You start watching some old films, coach trying to teach some film off some, like, old plays and stuff like that, and you out there on the film. So I don't think about it until it's really those times, but it's been a blessing, though. I've been blessed.
Yeah, it's a blessing when you can take down the most untackleable guy in the NFL. What does that feel like, that clip we just saw, you, Lamar Jackson? It feels impossible.
Sure, it feels like me just really diving and hoping I get his leg for real. Like, I don't know what it feels like to him to be that fast and be able to get away from everybody. For me, I'm like, all right, I feel like this is as close as I'm going to get, like right here, the start. The start of this fight is as close as I'm going to get, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot my shot, try to get him down. And when you get him down, it feels good, you know? So I got up and told him, I was just talking to him a little bit. It was just funny what he said. He's like, I'll get you next time. In my head, I was thinking, ain't going to be no next time, man. We're going to be, we off the field right here.
Amazing. And I want to talk about free agency and what that feels like. I hope you have had a little bit of rest this offseason, a little bit of fun. What have you and Rocky been up to lately?
Just chilling, playing some baseball, a little bit of T-ball right now.
So cute.
Going through, school's going well. My boy Rock doing good, man. He out here doing his thing. He got a little bit of a mullet right now. We're messing around with the hair a little bit, so he's got a little bit of a mullet going right now. He likes it, so we've kept it for a little bit. But my boy's doing good. We're doing good.
Can you describe what it felt like to have him, your son, reveal that you were the Lions Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee?
Man, it felt so good, you know, because I didn't know what he was there for. And, you know, we've been working on reading a lot lately, so when I walked in, he's, like, reading the note and talking to me about it. It felt real good, you know, and I know how shy my boy is. He's good in person, you know what I'm saying, but he's pretty shy on the camera and stuff, so it was just good to have him come in there, man, and just see him. He always lights up my world when I get to see him, man, get a chance to hang out with my boy.
I think the most meaningful, impactful honor sort of given are those nominees by your team, by everybody who sees what you do day in, day out in your community with the A Son Never Forgets Foundation, which is amazing. And part of why I think a lot of teams want your services here is like that, who you are as a human being. When I mention or say the name or the word, the phrase free agency, what do you think?
Time to just move around or hopefully stay where you at. I think about just another blessing, another time to enter in this league and, you know, contract season, a lot of families and people happy. So, I mean, it's a good time for me. You know, unfortunately, I didn't have one of those careers where I got to stay one place the whole time, which would have been exciting. But, you know, it's also been exciting to move around, see different parts of the country, gain a lot of fans, gain a lot of respect for a lot of organizations now. You know, I've been able to be blessed with 3 good organizations who I deeply respect. So, you know, this time around it's fun for me. You know, you get to see where you're at. You know, maybe get to a familiar place. Maybe not so familiar, or maybe not so familiar and get to know a place. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fun time for me. I'm excited about it.
Let's talk about that familiar place. DJ Reader back to Cincinnati, please.
I think that's like, you know, I don't know where that is on the table. I haven't gotten a chance to really talk about it or hadn't heard much from either side about it. So we'll see. Obviously, it's somebody I'm familiar with. I love the team. I love the organization, the people over there. Obviously, I believe in the team, but we'll see how it goes. You know how free agency goes. It's about what they got and what you got. You got to be the right fit.
I mean, you're wearing a hoodie, I believe, from... Is that hoodie a Super Bowl hoodie?
Yeah, but this year's Super Bowl. This isn't a... Yeah, I went out there. I had
My
to go
bad, I
audition
didn't
for
see it.
that.
I saw the first two letters. I was at that Super Bowl. I mean, your old quarterback has to play Crosby. Joe has to take on Garrett, of course. T.J. Watt 6 times this year.
Yes.
They need to make some moves. Are you up for that challenge? What does that look like for you?
If I were to go back there, then yeah. Like I've obviously be excited about something like that. I obviously believe in that team a lot. I believe in a lot of people around the league, but I've been with that team, so I believe in, especially, those 3 guys on offense. I'm familiar with the defensive players. I love those guys over there. But with those 3 guys on offense, you can really win whatever. With Zach calling the plays and those 3 guys on offense, they can make some things happen and make some things shake. So I've always thought it was a pretty special place to be. But, if that opportunity comes up, I'd have to weigh my options on that, and see.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful that you say that. I don't know that everybody thinks that same thing about this Bengals organization, like Trey Hendrickson, the handling of that. That's one of your former teammates. He's a top free agent option as well here. Hot commodity for sure, as you should be on the open market. I mean, what are your thoughts on Trey Hendrickson and where he should go?
The world's his oyster right now. There's a lot of people out there that need pass rushers. You can never have too many. And Trey does it with the best of them, man. I was blessed to play with him for a couple of years, and the way he approaches getting after that quarterback is something special to watch, really. He don't really want to run games. He don't need this, don't need that. He's out there getting out of his stance and winning. And for somebody on the interior who's usually getting double teamed or something like that, you can appreciate it because you know that guy on the edge is going to get pressure. So I think, he'll be blessed when any opportunity comes his way. I think he's got a lot of them about to come. So I just really want him to be happy.
Do you think he'd be happy in Dallas? Yeah. I've done some. You okay? You like that?
I think he'd be happy there. It's warm indoors. Shoot, he's from Florida.
Yeah.
Texas got no state taxes. He'd be excited.
Yeah, fair. I want you to go back to Cincinnati, but I'm also thinking you're saying things that are familiar, that would scratch that box. But, you're also a Carolina boy at heart. Derek Brown is a monster, an amazing guy.
He's an animal.
Yeah.
Kid, fire.
How does the return how does that sound? How does that fit with you, that return? Return home.
Oh, man. It's a good team, man. I love to go home. Like I said, all the options are out there for me. I'd love to go home. I know my family and friends would be ecstatic. Some of my best friends would be super excited, man. And that'd be fun. It'd be fun to go back and be in Carolina. I love that city. Love the stadium. So it'd be cool.
When you're weighing your options, so I know, because after this, you could sign with a team. We can figure it out. What is the most important thing to you? You've been through this process twice before in your career. At this point, 10 years in, grizzled vet, like you're saying, you want that Super Bowl. I think that's important, but what's most important for you right now?
I think being competitive somewhere where hopefully they got a direct flight to Oklahoma, so my son can get there often. Okay. But if not, then. But if not, my boy's always coming out. We're homeschool right now, so we're around. But really, just somewhere competitive with a good organization. And it's nothing. I can fit in anywhere. I feel like I can play in any system. So I'm not really stressed on that end. I just want to play some good ball on the back end of my years and really get to a place that's competitive and a good organization with some people who care about each other.
You know the flight pattern from Oklahoma to Detroit exists because you're there. Y'all have made it work. What are the chances you stay in Detroit?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll get that chance for real. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Hopefully. I would love to. I love the people there. I love my guys. Love my teammates. They've been talking to my agent, I guess, so I hadn't had any much communication, but, that doesn't surprise me. It always goes one way or another with, personal communication. So we'll see. I'd love to say I'm familiar with it. Wouldn't have to uproot, move around, but we'll see. It's just not, it's not in my hands right now. I'm waiting to see what the options are for real.
So you don't have it like I envy you. And you're so calm about this because I think you've been through it. You also know you can't control what you can't control. But I would be like, where does Brad Holmes get his coffee in the morning? Because I'm showing up. Where's his barber? Where's his what? I would just be showing up, or it would be very hard for me, especially if I've been in that building and I have some sort of a relationship with him, to not reach out. How do you not reach out?
I don't know if that's just like my job as a player. Me, you know what I mean? Like, I
You're
don't,
teaching me a great life lesson here.
yeah, I don't know if that's just like my job as a player.
I love you.
I feel like you give away any negotiating power if you're the one reaching out trying to see. But like you always, I love Brad. Got a good rapport with Brad, and I've always enjoyed him, respect the hell out of him. So it's not like I'm too prideful to reach out thing. It's just I don't know that that's my place. I've never done it, never really had to do it throughout my career. So it'd be unfamiliar for me. But I also know like I got a really, really good support system. My things are stable at home, and so no matter where I go, I'll be blessed, and I know I'll be supported by the people that love me. So I don't really stress on where that opportunity is. You know what I mean? You want it to be somewhere familiar, somewhere you've been, or where I'm already at in Detroit. But if it's not that, I'm also not tripping over it.
Why do you love Brad?
He cares about his guys. I think how detailed and how hard he works. You know, you can tell when he's at practice, like he's studying, he's trying to figure things out, he's writing stuff down. For me, Brad went to North Carolina A&T. It's in Greensboro, so I have
Grimsley High School, baby.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
Whirlies.
Yo, well, there you go. There you go. That's
I
a shout
got
out.
you.
There we go. But it's just something familiar. Me and him are familiar with each other, and so it's something that's super exciting, and I like him a lot. You know, being familiar with the same plays, being familiar with each other. You see it. As a matter of fact, I think we got a whirly or two in the draft class this year coming out.
Really?
We got a couple coming up.
Oh, I gotta get Cal to get on that. You tell me. Who do I need to know? Tell me right now.
Who we got? My boy Travis Shaw's in the draft class this year.
Okay.
I think he came out of Texas. We got a couple kids at USC,
Okay.
Southern Cal that are going to play this year. We got a kid, the DN at Duke. We got a quarterback that just went to Tennessee. So we got guys out there now. You got to see the Whirlies coming up on the map.
Oh, snap.
You got to be up.
When you heard the Maxx Crosby trade happened, what were you thinking? Obviously you were in the, okay, tell me what that face is.
I was like, man, good for him. But more so, like, good for, like, I know my Cincy people are going to get on me about this, but I was happy for Lamar and the Ravens. Weave my first ever D-line coach. He's the DC over there in Baltimore now. I was excited for Weave a lot, man, because, you know, you always want to get a cornerstone player. And a guy like Max, with the guys that got on the back end, can force the ball out a little bit quicker. Hopefully they get him Bouquet back. Got Travis Jones, all those guys. And they got Demonte Jones, too. Hopefully they could be able to sign him back. If they got those four up there up front, shoot, they got a squad. You already know if they got a linebacker, and then on the back end they can play. So if they can get those four guys rolling, they're really good. Oh, my camera's falling.
DJ, it sounds like you have a lot of connections to Baltimore.
I've just been playing them a while, and then, I just know some people over there. It's nothing yet. Wow.
They could use you.
I'm sure, KS. I'm telling you, I could lend my services a lot of places. I could go play some good ball.
Yeah, and Bengals fans couldn't be mad at you. Like y'all did your thing. They love you still. I think you could go there. How much more? I guess I love the player mentality, especially from a veteran, somebody who's seen it all, right?
Yeah.
When Max gets traded there, how much more appealing of a destination does that make for you?
I think it's already appealing. You know the history of Baltimore. You grew up watching football. It's kind of in that era where you got Ray Lewis, you got Eric Reed, you got the guys, and they're fighting every year. You watch the Super Bowl, even that year, when they play San Fran, lights go out. It's just a lot of cool moments in that city. And then you get a cornerstone player like Maxx Crosby. I think guys grow up and kind of already want to. A lot of guys are like Ravens fans or like Raven-esque fans, kind of really grew up watching Ray Lewis, wanted to play there for whatever reason. And then you got big players over there, so it's like it makes it an easier destination to want to go to, I'm sure.
If you were to sign there, who's the first Bengal that would text you and give you shit?
Probably BJ Hill.
What would he say?
I don't know. He'd say something because I talked to him yesterday, and me and him were just going back and forth. But BJ for sure would say something. He's on me all the time in the offseason about moving back to Carolina anyway. So BJ would say something.
I'd like to see that. Listen, you drew a ton of attention from O-lines this year. Like, you had the highest double team rate of any defender, my friend, at over 58% of your pass rush snaps. How much does the extra attention actually make pass rushing more fun for you?
I mean, it makes it hard. I'm always confused. I'm like, man, am I getting like a bunch of sacks around me or something? Like, really? I feel like this double team could be used other places, but you know, when it happens, I just laugh. I think it happens in places, and I just think it's funny because I'm always confused. I'm like, what's going on? Like, wow, why would the double team be right here? But
you were double teamed more than anyone in the league last year.
Yeah, and then I got to go online and read fans talking about, oh, he doesn't this, he doesn't. I'm like, I mean, if you guys saw what was going on, then you'd understand what's going on for real. Like, it just is what it is. They're not trying to let me get back their game.
Yeah, I mean, you were clapping back at Detroit fans on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
In December.
Sometimes.
What made, like, what, you know, I guess what made you do that?
I love you trying to search for the question right there.
Well, I think, like, you could do it every day. Everyone's hating everybody all day long. So what is what is the thing that you're like, no, actually, today's the day that I'm going to respond to this, you know?
You just get, you troll all the time. Oh, I'm almost done. I think, you get trolled all the time. People mess around with you. And then, like, some days you just feel like trolling back. And for me, it doesn't really go any further than that. Like, the fans got apps. And I agree that fans should be allowed to complain. Like, I think that they should be as a part of being a fan. You just can't get mad at the player or the person if they say something back to you. I think that's like, it's a part of normal dialect and having a conversation, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're allowed to say something at me, I'm allowed to say something at you. And I feel like as adults, like, we should be able to walk away from that conversation and be okay. Like, there's no ill will.
100%.
I'm like, all right,
I would say this. I think it's like, you nailed it when you're like, they don't know what they're talking about. And I don't know what I'm looking at half the time. But I do know that DJ Reader, there's a stat sheet. And then what you do is so majorly not on the stat sheet. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Aiden, who does his thing, and I like Aiden a lot, and of course you like whatever, there's no, it's not a coincidence that he put up double-digit sacks, a career high in sacks without, you drawing double coverage and attention from everybody the entire time. So, like, it affects, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what happens.
How I've always looked at it.
Yeah, those guys are good players. I mean, I don't take credit for anything that none of those guys do, but I've played with some good defensive ends, and you can check my numbers, their numbers when I played with them and when I didn't. And I've always tried to hold my end of what's going on. And I had 2 linebackers, both of them. Damn near 3 linebackers have 100 tackles this year. Like,
yeah.
It's not just like, I'm not just in there taking up space. And yeah, things might not just go my way as much as they used to. It might be a little bit of a different system, but I'm still in there doing my thing.
Yeah, not taking anything away, but your impact has always been more than the stat sheet, is what I'm trying to say. I'm also curious, like 10 years in, I'm looking at this. You've been doing it for a decade now. I haven't seen a hint of decline. I haven't seen a hint of, what is that? What is your secret to longevity?
I think just working hard in the offseason. I got a son that keeps me young. Always wrestling, messing around with him. And yeah, I'm blessed. I'm 31 in year 10. But I'll be 32 right before the season. So I came in the league a little younger, like 21, got drafted. So it wasn't as. But other than that, just working hard in the offseason. I can thank my trainers, Ben Fairchild out here and Dr. Gibson down in Atlanta when I get to work with them. Shout out those guys. But I think that's really it. And then I think the league's a little bit different now. It's just not as hard to practice. Well, not as hard to practice days as you used to have. So I wouldn't say it's easier because you're still out there. The games are tough and you're playing more of them. But I think you just get a little bit less blows in the offseason. So you're a little bit more prepared for those years and longer years and a little bit more time. But
I mean,
I've just been blessed
you've
too.
missed 2 games the last 2 years. That's it. So
Yeah, but people will say I'm injury prone out there. But it's just one of those things. I've been blessed. I've been blessed and been able to fight back from certain injuries and really go out there and have some good years, and it's been fun.
I don't think you're staying in Detroit.
I don't know. I hope. I would love to.
Yeah.
I don't feel like moving again.
Yeah, that's part of that. Oklahoma flight. I thought it says everything I need to know about you, that you care about the Oklahoma flight situation.
Everybody's got a flight. It's just, if there's a shorter flight, it's always good.
I love that about you. I wanted to say that, I don't know what to do with this Lions team. You stay there, that'll make me feel more confident. I don't know what to think about them going into this year. There's like a window, there's the injury, and like I said, you only missed 2 games in 2 years. What? You think you...
They'll be good.
Yeah.
They'll be good. I think I know I said this last year, there's a lot of guys in the team that maybe want to, or got bad taste in their mouths. But I think even more this year with like the successes that we had last year, even though we didn't make the playoffs, the successes that we had, the teams that we did beat, close games that we were in, we didn't just go out there and get embarrassed in the game. Like, we went out there, we competed every game. We lost some, went out there and really, really competed on a tough schedule. I think that there's just a lot of good players over there. You get a lot of guys back. BB's going to be coming back from injury. Kirby's going to be back. Lane's a year removed from ACL.
Everyone's injured, though. You were able to stay healthy, which is amazing. But look at this. Like, I wonder how things might have played out differently the last 2 years if the defense was able to stay healthy, because this list is crazy.
Yeah, but luckily you get all those people back.
Yeah.
You get all those people are either on this list right now, either coming back or another year removed from the injury. So, like, for me, if I'm looking at it glass half empty, you can say all those injuries. But if I'm looking glass half full, we're getting these people back. They didn't get too many games on them last year, so they'll be healthy. It's a relatively young team. You know what you got a lot on the offensive end. You solidify that you're going to go hard. This is going to be our main feature back. This is what we're doing. So you're getting these out more touches. You got receivers that are good. You're stepping another year into like the rookie receivers. You get Sam Laporta back. Replace some things on the O-line, and I think they're in a good spot.
We'll see if we get DJ Reader back. We don't know. I have a feeling you're going back to the AFC North. That's what I think. The door is open everywhere, which must be nice. And I'm glad for you to get these phone calls and leave all of your options open. Well-deserved wine and dine fest, love fest for DJ Reader. You're the best.
Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it.
Great to see you. I'll cheer you on no matter where you go.